What's going on, everybody? Well, it's project day here at Broken Crow Outdoors. We're going to do a DIY rod holder and GoPro pole on my Nucanoe Frontier 12. We're fixing to head to the store and get everything that we need, and then we're going to get to it. Y'all come on. You're all aware, every successful project begins with donuts. We have that part taken care of. Now let's get into it. Okay, so I installed these flush mount rod holders a couple of years ago, and they work well, but you can only take 2 rods, and then all of your other rods have to be laying beside you, and you know, damaged tips and bent rod eyes and everything else. But what we're going to do, we're going to mount it to my track, and I can still utilize my my flush mount rod holders. So we just need a measurement. So center to center is 22 1/4 ish. We you know, we can obviously, it's going to be made out of PVC, so we're going to have some play back and forth, but that's going to be definitely going to be enough room for 2 rod holders, and in the center I'm going to do a GoPro pole. I had a piece of 3/4 inch PVC that I did a GoPro holder, and any waves or anything, it just back and forth and back and forth. Okay, so here's everything that you're going to need to for this build. You're going to need 3 1.5-inch crosses, 2 1.5-inch 90s, 3 1.5-inch caps, and a length of 1.5-inch PVC Schedule 40. Also, quarter 20 bolts, a tape measure, something to mark with, and either a hacksaw or a jigsaw. The jigsaw makes cutting, I mean, super quick and easy. But these are the track bolts. What I already drilled a hole in this. This is going to be the bottom of the rod holder. It's going to slide into the track, and everything's going to come up from here. Your height from here to your 90 is dependent on how high you want it on your kayak. I'm going to put mine where it's above the battery box. So I measured it roughly 10 inches to the bottom of the 90, and then, you know, the 90 will give you an additional 3 3/4 inches high. So it's going to be about 13 3/4 inches high, which will clear the battery box, and I think it's going to look pretty cool. Okay, the 22 1/4 between the tracks on my kayak, let me show you how I'm going to assemble these to account for that measurement. So if you put these together, the 3 T's and the 2 90s, from end to end is 22 inches. So you're super close. Actually, you're close enough, because there is going to be a little bit of flex since you're using PVC. So you need to couple these together. So the inside of this rim is 7/8 of an inch. So 7/8 and 7/8 is 1 3/4. So you're going to need basically, to cut your PVC, inch and 3/4, inch and 3/4, inch and 3/4, inch and 3/4 to put in between these. And I'll cut that and show you exactly what I'm talking about. The 1/4-20 bolt or screw is going to go in my GoPro pole that's going to come from this center T. It's going to come up and it's going to be capped off, and this is going to come up through here to accommodate a GoPro camera mount, and I'll show you that when we get to it. But yep, that's all you need. I'll put a list of all this in the description, so you can just print it out and take it with you if you need to. I'm putting the sides at 10 inches. Height from the track to the bottom of my 90, and then what we're going to do is cut 1, 2, 3, 4 at inch and 3/4, which will be the 7/8 into here, 7/8 into there. So inch and 3/4, inch and 3/4, inch and 3/4, inch and 3/4. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. That's all we need. So we'll make a cut here, make a cut here, 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 and here, and we'll have all of our pieces. So here we go. We have our 2 pieces at 10 inch. We have our 4 inch and 3/4 couplings. So now what we'll do is we'll mock it all up and take it over to the Kayak and see if it's gonna give us what we need. This is your rod holder and GoPro pole. Super simple, and all the measurements and everything can be edited to fit whatever you're going to put it on. The 2 outside for the rods, they're going to be slanted. This one's going to be straight up and down for my GoPro pole, and it looks, you know, it does look a little cheesy white, but once it's painted black, they look great. They look like you bought them instead of make them. Obviously nothing's glued together, but this will give you an idea of what this is going to look like. 2 rods here on the flush mounts, and then 2 rods here pointed back. They should be back. You okay, Aggie? They should be pointed back and out of your way for casting. You okay, Aggie? All right, but yeah, they should be back out of your way for casting, and they looks pretty cool. So let's get it all glued together and put it on. On these tees, and in most of these tees, are the same. These are 1.5 inch sanitary tees is what they are. But you can see the seam, the molding seam here, and then there is a divot here, molding seam here. So if you line all that up, your angles are going to be the same on both sides. So if you can find the tees that have that, it'll save you a step or two. Make sure everything's clean before you start gluing. We're going to glue these couplings to the center first, and then we'll get our angles with these after. Okay, so you'll want to primer first. Then the cement. And you want to be sure and seat that in there as good as you can. Okay, now the other side, same thing. You'll primer. Both pieces. Glue. I put it on both pieces. I don't know if you need to. I'm not a certified licensed plumber or anything, but I've done a lot of plumbing and it's always worked. So, and you want to seat that in pretty good. All right, now you just go on down the line and glue all of your couplings to all of your T's and 90s, and you should be good. I'm going to do this in a well ventilated area. Best if you can do it outside. They're super strong vapors that come off of this PVC. Pretty nasty stuff. Oops. There it is. Okay. We got it all glued together. And if you see down here, from center hole to center hole is very close to 22 1/4. And like I say, it doesn't have to be 100% exact. The closer the better. But being PVC, this will, you know, give you a little bit of playroom. Of course it's going to rain. It's kind of why I did this project today. I was hoping it would hold off. Oh well, it's beautiful. What do you think about it, Killy? Is it going to stop pretty soon? Alright, well that didn't last too long. Or it paused for us for a little while. Anyway, it brought us to cocktail hour. Before you paint, you'll want to rough up the surface a little bit. Nothing too crazy, just basically knock the shine off of it. It just gives the paint a little better opportunity to stick. It's gonna chip after a while, it just is, but if you do this step, it'll last quite a bit longer. So I'm going to take these legs off. I haven't glued them yet, and get everything kind of sanded down before we move on. Like I said, you don't have to do anything real crazy. Just, you know, knock some of the shine off. You're not going to get into every nook and cranny unless you sandblasted it or something. So these little sponge, it's a coarse sandpaper sponge, and it helps you, you know, get into some of the nooks and crannies. But like I say, you're not going to get all of it off, and it is it's bound to chip over the, you know, over the course of a couple of years. But doing this will make it last just that much longer. So, all right, well, let's get to it. I want to go 48 inches from my seated position to where the camera mount's going to be. So from here to the top of my mount is about 43 inches from here, plus the 1 7/8 would be 44 7/8. Long you want your GoPro pole to be is 44 7/8. That'll get you about 48 inches above your seated position, so you can reach up and turn it on and off when needed. So let's measure that out and get it cut. So there's your GoPro pole. Cinch it in. Cap will be at the top. That's where your GoPro is going to sit. You'll be good to go. That first coat some time to dry, and then we'll finish off with the with an additional coat, possibly two. Then we'll get on the actual assembly and get it painted. Got everything painted, gave it plenty of time to dry, and we are gonna go ahead and install it. Came out awesome, dude. Look at that. Pretty neat looking. Okay, we got them snug down. Okay. Nice. All right, here's the cap for the, we're not going to glue it, so, you know, we can take it off if we need to. We're not going to glue it here either, so we can take it off while we're traveling. But let me go ahead, I'm going to put a camera on it, so you just, I mean, obviously, you know what it does, what it's there for. But just to give you an idea, what I do when I make fishing videos is I'll leave one camera behind me going all the time, you know, to catch any blow-ups or anything else. And then when I do get a bite or a fish on, I'll start my hat cam and, you know, catch the fight and everything else. But that is going to be way more stable, and man, that looks good too. All right, let's put the rods in it, and just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like with the rods in, all the rods. Now we got 4 rods, GoPro mount, looks great. All totaled, all of the time that it took actually to build the thing, I would say probably 15 to 20 minutes. You know, the video, video probably makes it seem like it takes longer. Absolutely does not. It's a quick build. You can buy these, but man, there's no reason. They're so cost efficient and easy to build. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, this was not part of the plan. I was carrying my rods over here to get a fit. Yay. Yay. This is fun. I'm having fun. Yay.